Hey Mama, welcome to stream. How's it going? And hey Jack, what's up? Alright, character creation over. Let's get it on with...
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds telling us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
Yeah, the cutscenes in this game are pretty good.
Repeat, tower approach. This is City Hawk 723. Anyone home? No response on any channels, even the emergency frequencies. What is going on back there? Remember when I told you that you fly too fast? Forget I said that. Fly fast.
Alright,
Let's get moving. We need
time to
find
start with the
Zavala,
Titan
Ikora,
then.
and Cade. doesn't make sense. The Cabal conquer systems by blowing up planets. Whatever they want, it must be here, in the last city.
This is Commander Zavala. Civilians, report to evac points. Guardians, rendezvous in the plaza. Our city will not fall.
Cade!
Hey, you two. Give me a sec.
Man, that's such a waste of a
Doing the hero
gun.
thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a
Those are
date
just
with whoever's
legionaries, man.
behind this. It'll be a short date.
Over here, Titan. My armory is open to you. Follow the path from there. It will lead you through the hangar to the plaza. I'll take care of these people. If the Cabal want war, give them war.
I mean, I never realized the first gun you got was the origin story. Huh. It's one of the better auto rifles in the game. Just the first 2 times through I didn't really read what the names of the guns were.
This is not a drill. All civilians report to designated evacuation areas immediately.
Look at the size of that thing. It must be their command ship.
Okay, my ghost keeps tagging these Cabal as Red Legion. Akora, what do you got?
They're elite, ruthless, and rumor is they have never known defeat.
Until today. Today they face Guardians.
But Zavala, they're attacking the Traveler.
The Traveler waits. We protect our people at any cost.
Man, this game looks so good. I can never really get over how awesome this looks.
These Red Legion are well trained, but we are better. We will hold this line until the last civilian is safely away. Incoming! Fall back to my shield! Don't let them pass the gate. Evac shuttles are back there. We hold here. That command ship, it's next on my list. Listen! Stay inside my shield! More Red Legion! Show
I'm
them
very
what
glad he
Guardians are
has
made
that
of.
shield.
Zavala, the last of the shuttles is away. But the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've got the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the speaker.
We're on it.
I did just punch that guy, yes. It's my melee attack. Close this door.
Ikora! The speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us, and you will find no mercy in me!
Man, why can't my warlock do that?
She'll find the speaker. We need to move on that command ship. Now head to the North Tower. I'm sending Amanda Holiday to pick you up.
Yeah man, Sweeper Bot's the best.
Holiday is inbound. We need that ship off the field.
I love how he just keeps doing his job despite the fact the tower's, you know, burning down.
Someone told me you need a ride.
I could do with a ride, that'd be great.
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never showed up about?
Get them on that command ship now.
Hold on back there! Come on, big guy. Do something. All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
Yeah, most people would take a day off work when the apocalypse came to visit, but he'd just keep going.
Let us know when the shields are down and we'll hit that ship with everything we got.
Hey guys, can I join the fun? That'd be great.
That hologram
I guess they
helped.
didn't want
Let
me here.
take a look.
Oh well, I'll blow up their ship instead.
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
What's your status?
A little low on ammo. Old flaming
anyone heard from Akora? Not since she went for the speaker. Form up! For me!
Oh, Ripjack. Man, they really shouldn't wear flammable canisters on their back. It seems to be a bit of a weakness. Okay, well, I was going to kill them, but I guess I'll just get knocked out of my jump and die. Not used to the Titan jump yet at all. And again, I mean, if I can get used to the Warlock jump, I can get used to anything. Yeah, the music's great. Bungie have always been really good at music. The Halo games had really great soundtracks too. Halo's great, it just has the downside of being a console exclusive.
Alright, destroy the turbines. The shields should fizzle. Yes, just like that. Heat levels rising. It's working.
Oh wow.
Zavala, we did it. The shields are down. Zavala? Amanda, we're headed topside. Amanda!
How do we come back from this?
You don't. Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your never deserve the power you were given. I am Gaul, and your light is mine.
And there's the intro to the game. Yep, pretty much that whole sequence is just an intro. What, the intro part? Yeah, you do it any time you start a new character. So I've already done it twice. That was my third time through it. Because this is my third character. And now we're in what's left of the last city. And with what's left of us. So yeah, essentially the villain there, if you didn't pick it up, took our light, which is the power of the Guardians. It allows them to not die, for one, and it also involves all the powers that you've seen me use, like the lightning punching, that sort of thing. So it's a big problem, essentially. Guardians have never really had to deal with the fear of death, and now all of them have got it back.
Guardian. You're alive. I thought I lost you. I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since. Guardian, the light is gone. They've taken the city, the Traveler, everything. The Red Legion is killing powerless Guardians. We have to get out of here.
Hey Sackboy, welcome to stream, how's it going?
I'm picking up an emergency broadcast. rendezvous coordinates. They're evacuating the planet. We're on our own. These Guardians, they had no chance without their powers. That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't resurrect you. We need to be very careful.
The ammo's down the bottom. So for the pistol I have 9 in the clip and 70 spare, and then the SMG I have 35 and 200 spare. Yeah, the campaign is very cinematic.
Oh, look. Somebody left a perfectly good Guardian lying around. Things must be worse than I thought. And that's our cue. Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too. Time to make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin 'em up! Got a long flight ahead of us!
Do you see, traveler, all that I have done? Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have?
I would have words with my guest. So, you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
Appropriate name for what? Ah, yes.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
All right. Yeah, we're not looking so great. Our armor could do with a bit of improvement.
Why would want to Shiro? Anything worthy of a closer look?
Oh.
I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra. Tyra Karn. I'm sorry. Have we met before? Losing my connection to the light has been disorienting. Now, I understand you seek the shard of the Traveler. I too have dreamt of it. Its jagged, broken edge. A wound that never heals. But I do not trust its pull. Like us, the shard no longer knows the light. Not since the Traveler cast it off during the collapse. For centuries it has twisted and corrupted everything around it. Where it lies is now a place of death. If you are determined to go, remember, we Guardians are no longer immortal. We are grateful.
I'll bear
Do
it
you
in
have
mind.
something? A cipher, perhaps? We shall unravel that which is hidden.
This is... whew, lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course, I've been living outside the city half my life. So... anyway, heard you want to go poke around that busted-up hunk of Traveler. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time. Oh well. Lewis and I know plenty about trusting your gut. So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here. At least it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my first.
I don't intend to. Yes, I can still run and jump. Not quite dead yet.
Sure you want to do this? That shard is the reason this place is called a dead zone.
We have to, Hawthorne. It's a sign.
Yeah, a sign that says dead zone.
I can't double jump anymore, which
You know,
need
I've been
my
all
light
over
back for
the
that.
NPC. Charming enough. I mean, nothing says come visit, like a dark haunted forest.
But non-Guardians aren't supposed to leave the city.
Here's the thing about city rules. They stop applying once you leave the city. There's a small gap in the wall. Hard to see, but it's there. Nobody goes farther than that. At least nobody who wants to come back.
Yes, it is a pretty quick recovery. I'll give you that. I can't actually remember if I'm going to go down there or carry on. I think I'm going to carry on. Yes. Yes, I am.
Let me know when you reach the
Hawthorne? Hawthorne, can you hear us? Signal's dead. Did you hear something? under attack.
Alright, better boots.
Things with the
That's a
fallen.
good start.
Scavengers from another world. They worship machines.
Which bit, Mama? I don't think anything's unfocused now. And a better weapon. We're going up in the world. I guess it's just your end then.
The shard of the traveler. This is it. Right out of our vision.
No, I mean, with the story, everything's in the same place it always is. You don't really have to look for much. It's not really too much, like, to explore. But yeah, you do get quicker each time just because you know what's going to happen. Although this is slower because I'm actually watching the cutscenes, whereas the second time round I didn't, because I'd already seen them on my first character. But obviously watching them makes for much better viewing, so... There we go. Better armor, even if it doesn't look impressive at all. So for the most part, armor and weapons are random drops, essentially. There's a few parts of the game where you get like guaranteed drops, or like guaranteed pickups, and a few parts where you can buy weapons and armor, although there's not really too much point in doing it. But yeah, for the most part, they just drop at random from enemies you kill.
To the shard.
Pretty much any enemy can drop common, uncommon, or rare items, and then as you get into legendary and exotic items, those are a lot rarer.
This is why we were led here. I haven't been as close to the Traveler's Light since...
But for the start of the game, you'll just be getting uncommon, common, and rares.
To your helmet. Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back.
Now I'd say we just got our light back.
Eyes up, Guardian.
Which does mean we unlocked our first subclass.
Hold on to
Which means
your
we now have a grenade back. And our first super ability. Oh, and also I double jump with that, which is always nice. And our first level up as well. And since we leveled up, we get our first shield. Which is a ability specific to the Titan.
Talk to me, Guardian. Rumor has it all hell has broken. It's you. You and I walked together as the tower burned. Be safe out there, Guardian.
Yeah, 1080p60 is pretty nice, as long as you've got the internet to load it. Alright, yeah. Now unlock the Crucible, which is the PvP of the game.
I have an entire
Man, our armor looks so much trashier, even though it's better.
Well, look at you. You got your light back. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad. Because we're gonna need it.
There are a lot more survivors out there, and they need our help. We gotta get the word out that the farm is a safe haven. I sent a friend into the EDZ a few hours ago to set up a comm network. His name's Devram K. Good guy. Great shot. Don't tell him I said that. If you give him a hand, I'd take it as a personal favor.
Alright, will do.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Our work is unfinished, Guardian. What can I do?
Welcome back, Mama.
Don't get cocky now that you've got your powers back. The EDZ is rough, especially around the Old Town. Just remember, refugees from the city have it a lot rougher. You want to help them? Find Devram K.
Alright, I believe now we can make fire teams? I'm not sure. I think it's now. Right, we need to go speak to Devram in the town.
A guest, and here I have no tea to serve. These are dire times indeed. Devram K, the 8th, at your service. City militia, back when there was a city. Now I serve at the pleasure of my dear friend Soraya Hawthorne. First on the docket, contact other refugees and tell them of the farm. That means building a comm network from the ground up. And even though I happen to be a damn good shot, the Fallen are giving me a devil of a time. I dare say you can handle a few rounds with the enemy. I've seen what Guardians can do. Right. I think it's time to let the guns do the talking now. Don't you?
Exactly, Mama.
Mind your rockets now, Guardian.
All right.
Let's get started. There's a banner on the main floor. Give it a look, will you?
This is a fallen house sigil. I don't recognize it, though.
Nor I. The Fallen seem to have put this up as something of a threat. I imagine you'll find lots of objects like this out there with a bit of a story to them. We both need some supplies to get going out here. See if you find a cache in one of the buildings nearby.
I'll invite you in a second, Jack. since I'm streaming, I don't want anyone random to just join in, you know? Would be a little awkward.
Very well done. To survive, we'll have to look for every opportunity. Keep your eyes peeled for more supplies in the wilds. Speaking of the wilds, there's a symbol on the wall of the church. Take a look.
Devrim, where did this symbol come from?
I believe your city hunters must have put them here and there about the region as they scouted around. I think they meant it to mark something special. Or dangerous.
Or both. Let's go check it out.
Well, it doesn't hurt to check out something special or dangerous, right? I'm sure it's fine. And Jack's now here too.
The history of this region is fascinating. I believe tunnels and caves like the one you're in now stretch all across the EDZ. Who knows what's lurking down there? Be careful.
Ow, that hurt quite a bit.
Just snagged a key code from that captain.
Very Captain America.
Open his supply cache.
But that's for another day. In the meantime, what say we get down to business? Come on back up to the church tower. I'm putting a kettle on now.
Alright, some better armor again. Some uncommon items now as well.
Welcome back. This time I did make tea for you, but I seem to have drunk it all. Perhaps if you were a mite quicker.
That's just rude.
Right, the beacon. While you were tussling with the Fallen, we've encountered a bit of a setback. Hawthorne has placed the last relay on the mountain above the salt mines, but even from that height, the signal still doesn't have the range we expected. It's a bit curious. Regardless, this signal booster should solve our problem if we can get it to her. Dead zone indeed.
Well then, I guess we should get it to her.
Mind your rockets.
Alright, so now we have a couple of side quests as well as the main mission. I tend to like to get the side quests done first. There's also a public event. How long's that got? Okay, that's starting in 9 seconds. We may as well do that while we're here. Bit more XP, why not?
I'm reading a skiff with Glimmer mining equipment aboard, Guardian. Interested?
We'll teach them not to dig around here.
I have full confidence in you.
I think we'll avoid the heroic version, since we are so low level. Would be a little bit difficult, if not impossible.
Do they still think they can outrun us?
Oh, I'm glad I managed to get my grenade on that, of all things. That's exactly where I wanted it. Oh, I don't even know what killed me, so amazing.
Guardian down. We took out their drill. They're on the run.
As effective as ever, I see. Good work.
Alright, let's equip our new stuff. And now we can get on with the side mission. Yeah, being immortal is a pretty big advantage. Also, apparently the guy over here dropped an item. Yeah, it's pretty nice to not need to fear death too much. All right. Thanks, Jack.
All right, Devon. What's next?
Helping me spread the word. We're broadcasting a signal from the farm to people who fled the city saying, you'll be safe here.
And we need to make sure everyone, everywhere, can hear it.
Place a few signal amplifiers around the area to boost the signal. That should do the trick.
Although getting hold of a sparrow from my other character isn't a terrible idea.
Like the signal's already amped. That was fast.
Will definitely
Hang on
speed
a
us up.
minute. I just spotted quite a few fallen headed your way. Keep your guard up. Eliminating that captain under the church must have drawn the rest of the fallen out.
They won't stop coming. We need to make sure that signal is strong. You better hurry up and place that second node.
There's a chest over here, apparently. And we leveled up again. Very nice. I'm going to stick with my current build out. I prefer having a higher jump than a directional jump. Nice try, Jay.
This place used to be so peaceful. This is the first time I've even seen any Fallen since the Cabal hit us. Reminds me of a city. You all tried to make it so we never even laid eyes on a Dreg. To keep us safe, right? There's another word for a place you're not allowed to leave. You know, with walls you can't see over, and guards everywhere. I read the boosted signal, and some kind of strange feedback.
The Fallen are nothing if not persistent. I'd wager they have some kind of jamming devices nearby.
I'm just saying, no walls at the farm. Come and go whenever you want. So let's
Let's
make
say I
sure
found a
everyone
jamming
can get
device.
there. Eh, Guardian?
Either that or I just blew something expensive up. One or the other.
There. Got a clear signal. No more feedback.
And there's a crate up there.
5 by
Sweet.
5 here as well. Excellent work.
It's nice to have a Guardian helping us normals for a change. But there's one more thing. Did I send those coordinates correctly?
I've got them. Through the tunnel, across the river.
That's the place. I left something behind there.
And I guess we should get over there. Yeah, after this mission I'll quickly switch back to my hunter and send myself a sparrow so I'm not taking forever walking. Actually, I might have one in my vault already, so I'll just pull it out of there if I do. There's a chest under this bridge. Ah, somewhere under this bridge at least. That's rude, he took more than one punch. Actually, I should try out the other jumps and grenades because I haven't used the time yet.
We're almost to your coordinates, Hawthorne.
Good. I left supplies there that I had to abandon in a hurry a while back.
Well, I believe the hunter also has the
Supplies for
void
the
wall
farm?
grenade.
For the city. But when you all got attacked, I dropped everything and flew across the ocean to try and help. The city sure doesn't need it anymore. We could use that stuff at the farm.
Bad news, Hawthorne. The Fallen beat us here.
All right, forget the supplies. Clear out those Fallen and we'll figure out our next move.
The area's clear.
Not for long. The Fallen don't like it when they're denied a good scavenge. They're bound to come at you in force.
And do me another favor, you two. Drop another one of those node things to boost my signal, then get out of there.
Yeah, once we're done with the story, the game requires a bit less attention, although there's still quite a lot going on. Most of the game's end-game activities aren't particularly story-filled. But unlike Overwatch, it does have a lot of story in the game. Well, more story in the game. Overwatch has basically none and tells its story through cinematics and the occasional event. And comics as well.
You made them mad. You're doing something right. Don't let up.
Never really stood a chance.
They're gone.
You Guardians really are something else. I guess I kind of forgot that.
And now we know that there are resources to be found in the EDZ. Once we retake the city, that'll be a big help.
Sure.
What Soraya means to say is, thank you. Head back here when you can, you two. There's still quite a bit to do.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to the farm and hopefully I have a sparrow in my vault. We'll have to see. Hopefully so, then we can get around the place a lot faster. Ah, indeed, I have two. Two sparrows in here. Sweet. Probably don't look very good, but they are functional. Alright, we have one more side quest to do, and then the main quest at the minute. Oh, it's one of the instant summon ones? I didn't even know I had one of them. That's awesome. Been trying to get a speed 160 sparrow that instantly summons.
Some weird feedback on the comms. Dev, did you put your teacup on the broadcast switch again?
Looks like these fallen shanks are rerouting the signal.
Try dismantling one and taking a close look at the insides.
Well, I'll have to find one to dismantle first. Rather conveniently, there's one right there.
This core, it's acting as a kind of broadband amplifier. Their signal is blocking transmissions all across the dial.
That won't do. We need the airwaves to be clear if we're to reach those poor souls who fled the city.
Why do you think they're trying to jam us, Dev?
There's a signal antenna nearby. I can use the core to try to find the source of whatever the Fallen are doing.
They missed their opportunity to take over this area after our friend touched the shard.
And now they're too scared to fight us head on. Typical Fallen.
There's a chest down there. Somewhere. I like how we just totally abandoned the mission objective for a chest. Not even that worth it, all I got was a token.
I lost the connect. The Fallen are jamming us.
Oh, we'll get it back. Yeah, I much prefer the other grenade. The void wall's not that great. I didn't think it would be. It's essentially, well, it's the exact same grenade the hunter has, and I don't like that one either. After a bit of time with the strafe jump, I definitely prefer the high one. Hey, leveled up.
The source. It's underground. Deep underground.
That figures. Fallen love dark places.
Especially with the Red Legion all over the dead zone.
Alright.
This tunnel looks promising. Fallen banners. We're definitely on the right track.
Would help if I weren't inept at jumping. I'm far too used to my my hunter's jump. That pistol's really aren't built for long range. Can't quite make it up there.
They're really built up down here. We need to remember this place after we retake the city, so we can clear it out for good.
Or we could let the Fallen have their creepy caves, and not sacrifice more people.
Well, I mean, if we clear it out, we wouldn't really be sacrificing anyone, but, you know.
With that shield down, I can finally get a read on the source. It's close. This is it. Hold them off, and I'll use that shank core to shut down the signal remotely. Just a little longer.
I'm just saying, if you send in a Guardian to do it, you're not really sacrificing anyone because they can't die.
Capabilities. No more jamming.
That means people will be coming to the farm from all over the planet. Once we get that last relay set up, we can reach out to the rest of the system.
Then we can start rallying Guardians to strike back against the Red Legion.
There will be plenty of time for both. For now, head back here when you can, you two.
It's very hard to sacrifice somebody who's immortal, to be honest. Actually, we may as well just fast travel back because it's a bit of a walk. It's so nice having an instant summon Sparrow. I might send that over to my main character, even though my main character's Sparrow is quicker. Alright, we've got a bunch of tokens to turn into him. Not that these matter until we hit level 20 anyway, but may as well turn them in now anyway. And then we can do our main mission. Fair enough, Jack. Sounds a bit interesting.
Hey Dev, I'm still sitting up here above the mines with his busted comm relay. Where's that signal booster?
Our new Guardian friend is en route. I'm getting too old to clean up after you, Soraya.
Finally, he admits he's old. Bail me out on one assault charge and you never let me live it down.
Ah, don't you mean one a week? You're the reason my hair is gray.
Yeah, keep talking, old man.
Hey, where did he go? Is he below me? I don't know. still one behind us. And of course, as soon as I get up, he's gone down.
That elevator should take us to the top of the mines.
Okay, I feel like it's not taking us anywhere.
We'll have to find another way up to Hawthorne.
Careful. The Fallen are scavengers of the highest order. They're going to put up a fight for whatever they can get their grubby claws on.
No, I wouldn't want to try taking that elevator up. I don't think they're meant to crash to the bottom. Even in the future.
Pleased to know that I can see the Fallen fleeing the mine. Seems you've really kicked the hornet's nest, haven't you?
Man, you'd have thought they were going to booby trap the place. They wouldn't make it so obvious.
We found an elevator.
You're good. Almost as good
Hopefully
as
this one works and doesn't hit the bottom within about 5 seconds.
Elevator's not working. Power must be out. And we've upset the Fallen.
And we leveled up again. Very nice. Oh, I love missing my grenade. I think at this point it's probably our only way out. So I don't have too much choice.
That did it. Killing the servitor brought the power back on.
Good job. Maybe I'll finally get my booster one of these days.
Right. Hopefully our elevator should be here. Excellent. Do they just activate? We need to select a floor first. That's not. That's the one I'm after. There we go. Yeah, that's when I can use my big purple shield ability, remember? It's called my super. Okay, well, I missed him, but he fell off, so... And we made it
out
up.
of the mine and heading your way.
Then hurry up with that booster.
Yeah, Jack's
Finish
playing
hooking up
with
the
me.
comm network. And, thanks for the help. You're not so bad. For a fancy pants guardian.
Now that's the nicest thing I've ever heard Soraya say. You're in rarefied air, my friend.
You made it. Looks like Lewis owes me money. All right. Let's see if
I
this
feel
works.
like your bird probably isn't going to pay
Now,
you.
I read the manual, right? There's an incoming beacon.
Guardians, the city is lost. If there is any light left in the system, we rally on Titan. Be brave. Guardians.
Zavala's alive. If we leave now, we can...
You are not going to Titan. We've got refugees coming in. The Red Legion on one side, the Fallen on the other.
But we have our powers back. And if we're going to retake the city...
Your city is gone.
Hawthorne, we will be back. And we won't be alone.
You'll know where to find me.
It would save us both a lot of time if you would just kill me.
For one who calls himself Speaker, you have remarkably little to say. We've learned that one of your guardians has reconnected to the light. You say you have no power over the Traveler, yet... This... Help me understand, Speaker.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way. And the Traveler will protect itself.
The Traveler. For years I have studied it. The worlds it has touched. Its power over life and death. We are not so different, your Traveler and I.
You are nothing like the Traveler. Nothing. You think you have power, control. I know your kind. You started small. You will end small.
If the Traveler truly has chosen humanity of its own free will,
then there is no reason I should not reach inside, tear out the light for myself, and leave this system in ashes.
Only those the Traveler chooses will be reborn in the light.
Yes. This I know. This is why I have claimed your planet, and why you still live. The Traveler will choose me, Speaker. And you are going to tell me how.
Oh, right. That's a bit of an upgrade in terms of defense. What else have we got to do on Earth before we head to Titan? We've got one more side quest. Should probably get that out of the way. And then we need to go meet up with Zavala on Titan.
Thanks for checking in, you two. We've had our fill of Red Legion patrols and Fallen raids. We could use a spot of help with both.
See if you can track down a Fallen comms terminal. Dev's got an idea that's crazy enough to work.
It's difficult for the young to recognize the wisdom of experience. Excellent. What say you use your access to prepare a broadcast in Fallen speak? I've been meaning to put this Cabal communications cipher to use.
The Red Legion fighting the Fallen for a change. Great idea. I can extract archived audio transmissions from any Fallen in the area. I've got enough for a pretty convincing Fallen impression.
Don't mention accents around Dev unless you want a day-long lecture about city dialects. Meantime, best sightline to Red Legion air support is the cliffside where you and I set up that refugee beacon.
No one appreciates the finer things anymore.
There's a difference between the finer things and a lecture about dialects, though.
I can't believe we have to go back into the mines again.
Chin up, you two. Good news, you'll be able to use a Fallen teleporter to reach the top. Bad news, they've wired the place to explode. So...
If I run a deep scan of the tunnels, we can borrow all these traps and explosives.
And put them to good use sowing chaos between your enemies. A lovely idea.
Oh, I killed myself. That went well. I don't think I was even that close to that explosive. I guess I was just low, and I was like ever so slightly next to it. Whoa! Thanks for leaving all the traps here, Jack. Yeah, I shot one of the laser trip mines, and apparently I was low enough on health that it would kill me.
I don't blame you for wanting to blow everything up. Guess my deep scan will need to be a deep, deep scan, though. Got it. Now I can transmit these horribly dangerous explosives wherever we need.
Well, that is useful. Horribly dangerous explosives sound very useful. Because we just hit each other, I don't know, makes a satisfying noise.
Great work. Broadcasting the message now. I decided to go with a marauder accent.
Why would you?
Marauder, eh? You know the thing that really lights my candle about their language?
Actually, Devrim, let's keep the channel clear. You know, to make sure there's no interference during the transmat.
A lot of big red ships headed your way. Whatever you said, it got their attention.
I used a pretty nasty word to describe Gaul. I don't want to repeat it here.
I do so love unconventional warfare. I'd be on the lookout for drop pods if I were you.
Oh, and they landed so perfect. Ah, I was hoping it actually hit someone with a grenade. Would have been funny. Oh, that was a pretty good ambush.
I could hear the explosions all the way back here. I bet it was quite a show.
Which means the Fallen and Red Legion heard it too. We'll let them shoot at each other for a while, and clean up whatever's left. Great work.
Well, we're looking a little better now. Certainly less, raggy. That does mean we can now go to Titan. There's nothing left to do on Earth, so I guess we best go see Zavala.
Hawthorne already believes Zavala abandoned her and the survivors. Now that we're leaving, if we stayed, yes, we could help them survive, but if Zavala really is building a counteroffensive on Titan, we can save them all and take back the city. Vanguard Fleet, Guardian Ship 723 is on approach. We received your beacon and we're ready to join the fight.
Guardian Ship, this is Zavala. It's too late. The Hive have overrun Titan. I was wrong to bring us here.
Well, that does not sound good. I hope no one's seasick.
Commander, we're here to help.
No! We've already lost too many lightless Guardians to the Hive. We can't secure this moon.
We have our light back.
What? Impossible.
Commander, if I may. Guardian, this is Deputy Commander Sloan. We have a counter-offensive to plan. To do that, we need to get this station up and running. There's a fleet to prep, Guardians to arm, and a trove of intercepted Red Legion transmissions to decrypt. It's critical we gain access to the station's control center. That's where you come in. If the light really is with you, send the Hive back to hell.
And Guardian, please, be careful.
What was this place?
The Golden Age cities of Titan were once the pride of humanity. We thought they were abandoned, but I was a fool to think the Hive would not spread this far.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That's just a bit of Hive, we'll be fine. They've never hurt anyone. Well. Alright, that's not strictly true, but they can't really hurt us. On account of the whole immortality thing. I didn't mean to do that, but I have a shield now. Sure.
Okay, Sloan. We can see the control center.
Copy that. Keep pushing forward. Commander, at this rate, we can start planning our counteroffensive. We'll be outside the city gates in no time.
It were only that simple.
Well, yeah, that's true, Mama. And, well, they can sort of kill us. We'll just come back again and again and again. But, you know. I have to wonder why anyone in this game would really fight. What happened, Jack? How? Did you fall down the hole? Amazing, you fell down the gap, didn't you? Well, what I was going to say, I have to wonder why any enemies bother fighting us, considering we'll just always come back, but, you know, then you've got Guardians like Jack who just jump off the edge of the map. Well, it's immortality in a sense, I suppose. Oh no, now I went off the edge of the map, but luckily, there was a ground underneath. Yeah, it's essentially just resurrection, but, you know. I don't know, it's... Don't know if you can count it as immortality. It's sort of immortality. It's... suppose it depends on the strict definition of immortality, doesn't it?
We're performing some kind of ritual. We should talk to Ikora. She knows all there is to know about Hive magic.
No one has seen Ikora or Cade since the city fell.
There we. And we got a grenade launcher that's worse than the one I currently have. Amazing. Can I pick up another one? Oh no, I don't think it worked. Yeah, but is it really death if you can come back with absolutely zero consequences? You know, it's not like you have more scars or
Recon the perimeter before you move on the control
loss of
center.
any body function. You just come back.
So it looks like we're standing in some kind of high breeding ground.
Take it out.
Man, the recoil on this pistol's pretty mad.
We cleared the nest. Heading to the control center now.
Well done. Sweep the perimeter and we'll move in on your signal.
Yeah, I suppose it would. I don't know, the elves in Lord of the Rings are regarded as immortal, and they can only live for, you know, 1,000 years or something. So it's also perception. Lots of people call things immortal if they're just very long lived. Okay, I'm not making that jump. Man. I'm not used to the tight jump at all. The hunter jump is just you know, a standard jump every time pretty much. And the warlock jump has a lot more range on it. This one sort of seems in between.
Commander, it's done.
Copy that. Zavala and I are inbound.
Yeah, very much getting used to the new character.
We're approaching the landing platform. Get up here and take a bow.
Okay, I can now use a different type of shield that reloads my weapons when I crouch behind it. Very nice. Doesn't block as much damage though because it's about half the height, if not less. About a quarter of the height probably.
I didn't dare believe. If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. And without the light, Are we even Guardians anymore?
Commander.
We won't last long with dead generators. Wave energy converters power this station. But thanks to the Hive, they're in need of attention.
We can take care of it.
Yes, I believe you can.
Alright, we're not out of this yet. Now that we've reached the control center, we still need to power up the place before we can take care of our fleet. Commander Zavala tells me you've volunteered. I'll run tactical. Shipwright Holiday here will provide tech support. It's a straightforward op. Get in, flip a switch, get out. Sloane's got a way of making things sound easy, doesn't she?
Sounds pretty easy to me. What could possibly go wrong? Ah, fallen in.
Did we leave the Fallen here?
No. Those vultures have been following us since we evacuated Earth.
I wasn't paying that much attention to the dialogue, but I believe that was Commander Sloane, which was the woman that walked past us when we went to speak to
the Hive have
Zavala.
infected everything.
Holiday, we gotta get you back in the air. We'll need ongoing aerial threat assessments
Yeah,
to
that
keep
one's
our
Sloane
perimeter
that's
secure.
speaking at the minute. She's
Yeah.
the deputy
You
of
know my
Zavala.
ship took a beating during
And
the
this one's
evacuation.
Amanda Holiday, which was the person
I'll
that
bump
flew
you to the
us
front of
when we
the
were
line
in the
for
tower
repairs once the lights
onto
are back on.
the
Great. Great.
onto the command ship back at the start of the game. Someone behind us? Yeah.
We can see the wave energy converters from here.
Sweet. Now just flip the switch and turn them on.
Accessing systems now.
Some of the pistons are moving, but we're still sitting in the dark.
Something went wrong. Pistons must be jammed.
Sorry, pal. But you're gonna have to go out there. Break a workaround.
Yeah, there's actually a cutscene later in the game where the character goes to speak, but the ghost, the little robot, interrupts him. Essentially, just better for the budget to voice one ghost rather than 3 different races and 2 genders for each race. It's much cheaper. It's the same reason a lot of RPG games for a long time didn't have any voice acting, because it would have been a lot of dialogue, so they just wrote it all out in text. And voice actors cost a fair bit of money. As with actors in general. exploding one showed up now. I nearly went straight to death there.
Did you hear that?
What a lovely scream. Yeah, true.
We made it to the converter platforms.
Okay. Get to the stalled pistons. See what's jamming them. Once they're all moving, we're in business.
Oh yeah, found the problem. The Hive have gunked up the pistons.
That's pleasant.
Then let's find a fix.
First piston's good to go. We gave it a power scrubbing.
Just shoot all your problems away.
That's great and all, but, it's still pretty dark on this end. Sounds like you got more scrubbing to do, Guardian.
Oops. Man, that scream is not pleasant. I mean, the alternate solution is to punch them. I assume that would also work.
Final piston is clear.
Control center's still dark, so it's gotta be more than a piston problem. I have to get in, futz with the circuit breakers. Try the central platform. Everything routes through there. Circuit breaker's going to be around there somewhere. Find it and flip the switch, just like I said. Yeah! Power's back! Exemplary work, everyone. But we still have to deal with these intercepted enemy transmissions.
Yeah, no worries. One button fix everything. I'm sure turning on those generators doesn't need any technical expertise at all.
It's a hell of a view, isn't it?
Alright, this is where we get
We're
our
up and
first
running
exotic.
thanks to you. There's plenty more to do around here, though. Chief among them, finally breaking ground on a counter-offensive against the Red Legion. I have a plan, but it won't work without you. We intercepted a Priority 1 Red Legion signal during the city evacuation, but we can't crack the encryption. Holiday says there's tech that can do the job in the arcology, which is effectively hostile territory. You'd be going in blind. The place has been dark for centuries. All we know for sure is the Hive is raising hell down there, perhaps literally. But if you're in, let's put the plan into action.
Alright, well, I don't know which of these is the best, but I feel like currently the Doomfang Pauldrons will suit me the most. Since they let me shield throw more during my super.
What?
And they are a bit of an upgrade in terms of defense. Alright, what have we got to do? 2 side missions and a main mission.
I agree. But I think they'd take the news better coming from you.
Guardian, fallen thieves headed in your direction.
They hit us and ran. We lost tools, gear. My crews can't work without that stuff.
But who needs tools and gear when everything's solved with one button? So I'm taking some mad damage right now. Where are the rest of the thieves now?
My crews will be reinforcing this rig again in no time.
Those fallen trapped? We've located the rest of the gang. They're consolidating stolen Golden Age tech. In a nice big pile. Out in the open.
Give those thieves a taste of their own medicine. Alright Jack, see you later. Thanks for coming by the stream. I'll probably be ending pretty soon anyway. I do also need to do some stuff before I go into uni later today. Ah, rip. Well, that could have gone better. Actually, well, I don't really know if I can salvage this currently. Can I get back up from here? Or am I just totally stuck? Note to self, it's probably not a good idea to go riding a bike down narrow corridors with holes in the bottom. However, I did make it back up. I mean, I slept all day yesterday, Mama. I woke up like, I don't know, not that far of stream starting, so meh. I think my sleep schedule is just sort of halfway towards Australian time at this point.
I think that's the stash. Let's clear the area for Transmat.
A loose one.
job. I'll set up a transmat. Wait a minute. Where's my beacon?
Did the
Well,
Fallen
that's why I
steal
said a
your
loose one.
transmat beacon too?
Sloane has stepped aside for a moment. The thing she's shouting would blister your ears. May I recommend finding that beacon?
I'll get right on it. Where is that beacon gonna be? Exactly.
Does that Fallen look like a transmat beacon thief to you? He looks like a transmat beacon thief to me.
Well, he wasn't. I guess I'll have to keep going.
That one. That one's gotta be a transmat beacon thief. He looks even thiefier than the first one.
I mean, he was right about the second one.
Let's get back to that stash so I can send it over.
Oh, alright then. I guess I'll just die then. Although that did save me the trouble of walking back like 10 feet, so I'll take it. Can I place the beacon? There we go. Well, I mean, that's still placing it, just placing it violently. And leveled up again. Sweet.
Them out. These components are critical to the rig's structural integrity. And thanks to you, we've got the tools to put them back.
Whatever the Fallen steal, we steal back.
While I cannot condone theft, I do appreciate payback. Well done.
Yeah, the music is very good. I have to agree there. All right. One more side quest and one more main quest. Like I say, Bungie are incredibly good with their music. Always have been. If it's the same people working on the music for this as it was for Halo, I doubt it, because it's been a long time since they made a Halo game, but they have preserved that incredible ability.
My crew says we've got two problems. Wizards on a tower roof doing who knows what, and the Fallen they've spooked.
So who do we fight?
Fallen first. They're using fuel cells to build an explosive countermeasure to the Hive. Sloppy stuff. It'll blow us all sky high.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem. I quite like not being blown up, even if I will come back afterwards. There's no ground to land on. Well, I'll just keep getting resurrected in the water. That won't do.
We've got their fuel cells. They won't be blowing up anything today. I see what they were doing. Volatile catenary percussion cap.
Good. Sending you coordinates to the Hive.
Right, coordinates, Hive. If we tweak this and rejigger that, that should work.
What should work?
We'll call it a Hive disruptor. Let's go disrupt some Hive.
That doesn't sound dangerous or foreboding at all. Sure, let's go do it. Right. Where are these wizards at me? Yeah, I totally forgot my my V ability wasn't a dodge like it is on my hunter. I thought I was going to dodge away from them, instead I put a shield up. Still need to get used to the abilities on the Titan. Oh, we're getting there. We'll get used to the jumping. Now we're back here where we were earlier, putting the generators on.
Which way, Sloan?
Up. You're looking for the top of a tower, the central platform.
Wow. This is certainly up. Oh, well it is helpful when platforms appear out of nowhere.
Stabilize this rig.
Well, there is a little bit of sense in going through it with the other characters because, and there's actually some sense to doing it with the same class because if you do it with the same class, you can
What was that?
you can get more gear for the class that you're playing. Essentially every week there's these missions you can do to get powerful gear, which is gear that's better than what you're currently wearing, essentially. And so if you have more characters of the same class, it's more likely you get a lot more better gear for your main character, if you like. But yeah, there's also the ability to play with different classes, which is why I've got a character from each class. But a lot of people do tend to go with 2 or 3 characters from the same class just to make their leveling easier, or make rather their gearing up easier.
Got him, Sloan.
How bad's the damage?
Well, that was a little easy.
Nothing your crews can't fix in a day or 2. Really, it looks as good as new. More importantly, the resonator's gone.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, come on, it was only a small explosion. No need to be like that. Okay, now we can do the main mission. Yeah, the Hive tend to scream quite a lot. It's not amazing.
Holiday has detected an unusual amount of electricity being redirected into the arcology.
Yep. Juice like that can only mean one thing. A network of CPUs. Powerful ones. Maybe powerful enough to decrypt that Cabal signal we intercepted.
Unfortunately, we don't know where the network might be located.
So you're gonna have to snoop around, not draw too much attention.
Guardian, securing this asset could turn the tide of this war with the Red Legion. Without it, I don't know what comes next.
Well, then I guess we should secure that CPU.
Looks like the Fallen were trying to break through those tiles.
That can't have been that hard to do. I guess they weakened it for me. But I did just punch straight through.
Sounds like the Arcology's operating system is back online.
I knew it. Keep an eye out for an OS access terminal. You can use it to pinpoint the CPU network.
And what does an OS access terminal look like exactly? Well, I mean, gunshots don't draw much attention, right? I don't know. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Over there. One of the access terminals we're looking for. The CPU network is deep in the maintenance levels. Amanda, is this what we're looking for?
Bingo! That's the place.
Okay, I've got the location. Let's find a way down.
I mean, to be honest, if we draw any unwanted attention, I can just shoot it, so... It's not a big deal. Besides, I think even if we would have snuck past these guys, they'd probably have woken up anyway. So... shooting it is.
Looks like the Hive dug a shortcut for us. Let's head down that hole in the ground.
Well, it is considerate when they dig a shortcut. I'm sure they did it for their own reasons, but...
Keep radio chatter to a minimum. You don't want to draw any unnecessary attention.
I think we've already drawn quite a lot of unnecessary attention, right? I don't think keeping down the radio talk will really offset all the enemies running towards me. There's no way they're going to kill me for long, so it's not a big issue. Ah. Yeah, he seems a little angry. It's a good job I got a really strong shield. Still, I'd probably rather avoid dying it if I can, so... I'm sure it still hurts, even if we do get to come back. I'm sure the dark and spooky corridors are not going to hold any horrors whatsoever. I suppose there's only one way to really go. But wherever we are, it seems to be a very long way down. Alright, Mama. See you soon. Oh. Well, guess we best run away. I think they wanted this.
But we stirred up the entire Hive colony, and it's a long walk to the surface.
They're not gonna make it out of there, Commander.
Guardian, can you make it to the center of the arcology? We should be able to send someone to pick you up from there. Holiday.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, well, it's not a tank, but
this road leads
it'll
to the
do.
center of the arcology. We'll need a way out once
Okay, the physics went
I'm
mental.
strapping in and about to take off. I'll be there ASAP.
Absolutely crazy. That is not how the game is supposed to be reacting to running someone over.
Yes, sir.
Man, this place is huge. Oh. The physics broke again. I think I'm gonna have to get out and walk. If I can. I don't know if I can get through this stuff without the tank. Well, that is rather awkward. Gonna have to go back and pick another one up. It is very, very helpful when the physics destroys my vehicle. Hopefully, there's no barriers to me making it all the way back there. Although if there is, I guess I'll just have to throw myself off the edge and respawn. can't remember if we came down any massive drops that I can't make it back up now. Well, the music is very good, but far too dramatic for me running back to a vehicle, considering mine just got flung off the map. Can I get my... Of course I can't get my Sparrow out. Why would I be able to? Well, at least I made it back. Let's hope this next vehicle doesn't go flying, because then I'll have to walk back again for the last one. Oh, and now there's another area without any enemies in, and the dramatic music is still going. Very unwarranted. Nonetheless, I suppose we'll just keep on rolling. Okay, we made it here without us flinging a million miles into the distance. That makes a change. So that's the first time I've ever seen this game do that. I've never seen the physics go that badly wrong.
On you, pal. Meet you at the end of the road.
Good work, both of you. Let's get that CPU back to control and decrypt these transmissions.
Things may finally be looking up for us.
Man, this place is massive. Welcome back. You missed the best part of the stream. My vehicle flung 50 miles into the air and I had to walk back and get another one. No worries. I've never seen the physics do that before. It was a little bit entertaining. Minus the long walk back, because it was made to be done in a vehicle and the walk took quite a lot longer with me on foot, but...
They call it the Almighty. The crown jewel of the Red Legion and life's work of their leader, Dominus Gaul. Gaul has subjugated hundreds of worlds. Those that resisted no longer exist. You see, the Almighty annihilates stars.
Has it really been almost 3 hours?
No one survives Gaul's ambition.
Oh yeah, 2 hours 40. Incredible.
It's the Traveler. And its light.
I think we figured that one out.
As for the Almighty, it's now pointed at our sun.
Ah,
In short, sir, the war's over. And we've lost.
That is a little bit problematic.
We built our home under the protection of the Traveler. When our enemies attacked, we built a wall that stood for centuries. But now walls mean nothing. This enemy has taken our home, taken our light, and now they threaten our very existence. We're going all in on this almighty. How long before the fleet's combat ready?
Zavala, wait.
If we wait, we die. But if we attack together, we can take back our home, our light, our hope. Or we die trying. Now, I need my fire team. I need Ikora and Cade.
Yeah, essentially the enemy has a sun destroyer and it's next to our sun, so yeah. We don't really have much of a bargaining position when it comes to a war.
Titan, welcome. Hey.
Well, one assumes when you've got no hope left, you try and find it again.
Good luck, Titan.
Nonetheless, even if we don't have much hope, Zavala wants to try, so I guess we should finish up here and then go find Ikora and Cade again. But first, we do have a couple of side missions to finish off on Titan before we head off to Nessus.
Guardian, we're reading some odd fluctuations in our scans. Gravity waves. Small for now, but amp them up and they'll rip us apart. I've got 3 locations where the waves are strongest. Sending you coordinates.
I don't see anything, Sloan, but Did you hear that?
What are you picking up?
It's gone. Maybe I'm imagining things. We'll check your other coordinates.
Do it quick. I don't like what I'm seeing.
I suppose that depends on the type of person. I mean, I suppose the hope is the hope of a way to beat them, but I don't know. Probably more of a phrase than actual loss of hope. However, the situation does seem fairly hopeless if you could just straight up destroy the sun and all the planets around it.
Not to rush you, but these waves are growing fast. Get over there and we should be able to track those gravity waves back to their source.
But yeah, I think we're reading too far into something that's probably just a phrase for dramatic effect.
Sloan, you have to hear this.
Oh, I hear it. Amanda's grabbed your data and is mapping the source now. Source says 3 of them. Go shut them down.
Let's find the sources of this so the entire, well, ground, I guess, doesn't get ripped apart. We'll say ground. Rigs, whatever we're stood on.
Sloan, it's a ritual, a big one. They really are going to shake this arcology to pieces.
Then let's do the same to them.
He seems friendly. What on earth is killing me? Oh, the smoke plant, right. So I keep trying to dodge out the way of things and putting a shield up. I need to remember that I'm not a hunter anymore. It depends on the type of mission, but for the most part, 3 can play together. That's for most of the PvE content. Other than that, though, you've got the PvP content, which is Crucible and Trials of the Nine, which requires 4 people. Although for Crucible, you don't have to be with 4 people. It will matchmake, whereas Trials of the Nine, you require a fire team already made. And then you have the Raid, which is the endgame PvE content, which takes 6 people. But yeah, for the majority of content is 3 per team. Essentially. Like I say, a vast majority is the 3. It's just a few special activity types that require more. No, if you're not playing with other people, it just adjusts as far as I'm aware. When it comes to the raid, it sort of requires, well, it absolutely requires more than 1 person. And when it comes to PvP, you'll be matched with other people. But, well, you'll be matched with other people outside of Trials of 9. But for story missions and stuff like that, no, it's just you, unless you bring someone along.
We're hearing that sound on all sensors
And then,
now.
outside in the sort of open world paths, you can just run across people randomly.
We've torn down the altars.
Then we got a problem. Those must have been transmitters, not the source. Ritual's still going. We're jittering up, down, and sideways over here. I feel sick. Keep it together, girl.
Yeah, there have been a few other players that we've seen around the world, but for the most part, because I've been doing story missions, there's no one else around, no one else can get into these areas while we're here. Essentially, if someone else does this story mission at the same time, it'll put them in a different instance, which is just a different copy of this area, essentially. Like a, you know, imagine it like sort of a copy of a Discord server or something.
Sloan, there's a giant crystal in here. It's singing.
If you just, yeah, essentially if you just copied a server from something and it was the exact same, but with different things there, different copies of things. There are a few other places out in the open world called Lost Sectors that are instances, so if you go in there, anyone that follows in your fire team will be with you, but if they're not in your fire team, they'll be in a different instance of it. So again, it's just another sort of version of the level that they fight in, as opposed to you fighting in one. On top of that, the actual open worlds have different instances, but obviously you fit more than one to three people in, so you can come across other people playing the game, but they don't have like all however many thousands or millions of people are playing the game in the same area. It's all sectioned off. You know, you can't get every player in the game in the same spot because the game would overload.
That knight, he's singing like the crystal. Are they drawing power from each other?
Stable again. Whatever you did, it worked. My stomach thanks you. Got a wild idea. How about you send me that rock for analysis? What do you say?
One big glowy rock coming right up.
Oh, you're a beaut, aren't you? The tests I'm gonna run on you, I wonder how many pistons you can power. Well, sparrow thrusters, obviously. But what about warp drives or... I'm sure I'm going to hear all about what Amanda will use that for. What were the Hive doing with it?
Who knows? Alright, we got some much better armor now. Yeah, you can come across other players. You don't get much interaction with them unless they're in your fire team, or like if they're in your clan or something. But you can do public events with them. That one me and Jack did back on Earth before carrying on with one of the missions. Essentially, those are just around in the world, and anyone in your instance of the open world can come and do that with you. You know, you're still not part of the same team, but you can work on the same objective if it's in that environment. Alright, one more side quest. Yeah, there's a very limited interaction with other people in comparison to something like an MMO where you can talk to anyone at any time. This one has much less sort of interaction in terms of that. If you want to play with someone, you have to know them or be in a clan with them or something like that. Okay, I'll just miss all my sniper shots, no worries. Well, the public events are pretty much always around, even when you're doing side quests or main quests. They can show up because you're still in one of the instances in the open world. You know. Those can be done pretty much any time outside of PvP or the raid. Anytime you're in one of the game's open worlds, essentially. Which is what I'm currently in right now, on the way to my side mission. Okay, I just found a relic which essentially unlocks another, well, helps me unlock a second subclass. So far if you've been using with the shield, there are 2 more of those subclasses with different ability. But first we have to unlock it before we can use it. Also, I now have more upgrade points to spend. Yes, a very good thing. Hey, hang on, that's a friend of mine actually. I wondered why he was running up to me and hitting me, but it is actually somebody I know. He's on my friends list.
Good, it's you. I'm getting reports from Holiday's crews about a knight with a strange aura around it. It's playing merry hell with our schedule. My crews know how to get her done, Sloan. Regular maintenance is the difference between a sparrow that races and a sparrow that rests. Sure, but this rig isn't winning any races. That knight is in my way. Take it out.
Alright, finish this side quest. And then we can go to a new planet. Although, after this one, I will probably just leave off stream here. We'll see. Depends how long this side quest takes me, really. But, yeah. Do the new planet, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or something. Hopefully. Hopefully I'll be less ill tomorrow. I don't have uni until the afternoon, but I've got some stuff to do in the morning anyway.
Took out the knight, but I'm not sure it's dead. Some kind of magic allowed it to escape.
New hive spells. Just what we need. Get after it, you two.
This is just irritating. Now I know how the Cabal feel about us.
I'm not in the mood for this. Keep after him. Their spell can't keep that thing safe forever.
Oh man, that hurts.
What do we have to do to kill this thing?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not feeling ill tomorrow and I have the time, I'll probably stream tomorrow, so I can finish off the leveling.
I've been fighting Hive for, well, longer than I want to admit. This is some kind of ritual. They're losing on purpose? Like what? Throwing a hand of poker? Maybe. What's their goal, though? Why let this thing die over and over again?
Oh man. Honestly surprised I'm alive. I nearly died.
Alright, that's 3. Sloan, you want us to keep going?
If this is a ritual, then all of this is leading somewhere. I want the two of you there at the end, whatever that looks like.
I don't actually know if I do have uni tomorrow because I've got a timetable of lab down. We actually finished the lab work before reflection week, so I don't know if we have to go into that or not. It's possible I don't even have uni tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to tell until I go in or ask someone who, on the course if they know. Well, today.
Alright, one more time.
No. Whoa, okay. What is that visual bug? Because I was not expecting to see that happen at all. I hope that showed up on stream because that was weird. Oh man, this guy actually really hurts.
Right, Sloan. Buy enough firepower, and apparently even hive magic breaks.
Good work, both of you. You know, Holiday and I were just talking about how different we are from the hive. Yeah. They worship death, we serve the light, good versus evil, black hats and white hats. Really makes you think.
Thinking about switching sides, Amanda?
Oh no. Amanda goes rogue and we'll have Thrall buzzing the control center inside of a week. But let's get back to work.
Alright, I do believe we are done with the missions on this planet. Which means next time we'll be going to Nessus, although I do apparently have a few things to do on the farm. However, as soon as I'm finished up with those, we'll call it a night, or I guess a morning, considering it's now 5:30. Yeah, I'll call it there. I hope it was enjoyable. I don't know how much you got out of it. Hopefully it was fun enough. Yeah, probably have breakfast soonish. mop up whatever we've got to do here.
Even war. What?
Yeah, the game
You
does
thought
look
a bit
very,
of apocalypse would
very
shut down
nice.
Eververse? Not.
Right, I better help. We done with you now?
Pleasure, Guardian. How's the
Yes.
fight? Thank you for shopping at Eververse.
Apparently Hawthorne has something to say or give us as well.
So you Guardians are all
Ah, the
about
clan banner,
symbols,
okay.
right? Warlocks, Titan. Bye.
Yeah, no worries. I was gonna do this at some point anyway, so I figured I may as well just stream it, because why not? Yeah. I think we're about halfway-ish through the story. We've still got to go to 2 more planets and then go back to Earth, which is what Ace's sort of what Ace's second stream was about when he streamed the game. I don't know how much longer that'll take me. I should be able to get it done tomorrow. Although I am basing that off the last time I finished, which was when I skipped all the cutscenes. So obviously won't be doing it for stream, but we'll see, we'll see. Still, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Well, I say tomorrow, your tomorrow, I guess, my today. If I do it around Ace's normal streaming time, I don't know, we'll see. Tomorrow or today. But I will end off there, so I'll see you later.